Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and everything you fear has happened. The job is gone. The relationship has ended. The money is drained. You are face to face with the worst version of your life. Most people would break, but you are calm. Why? Because you trained for this moment. Because you understood long ago that you cannot control the storm, only the way you face it. Seneca was right. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. What if you could master that imagination, and with it, 93% of your problems simply lost their teeth? That's the invitation, not to a life without pain, but to a life where pain no longer rules you. Today we'll break down 30 life lessons that can change you at the root. These aren't soft comforts. They're forged in war, exile, betrayal. The same truths that carried Marcus Aurelius through plagues and Epictetus through chains. Together, we step into the fire they endured, and we come out stronger. 1. Control the controllable. The first law of Stoicism is simple. There are things within your control and things outside of it. The second law: stop wasting your energy on what you can't change. You don't control the economy, the weather, or what someone thinks of you. You do control your actions, your words, your choices. Live there. 2. Desire less. Every desire is a chain around your neck. Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. Craving endlessly is a recipe for misery. Learn to want less and watch your peace return." 3. Expect hardship. Life will hit you. People will betray you. Your body will break down. The Stoic is never surprised by this. The Stoic expects pain, so when it arrives, it cannot break them. 4. Use voluntary discomfort. Seneca advised sleeping on the floor once in a while, eating cheap food, wearing rough clothes, just to remind yourself that you can endure it. If you can suffer on purpose, suffering loses its power. 5. Practice negative visualization. Picture losing what you love, not to torture yourself, but to appreciate it now and to prepare yourself if the day comes. 6. Your mind is your fortress. Epictetus was a slave, yet freer than most of us. Why? Because no one could touch his mind. Guard yours like your life depends on it, because it does. 7. Stop arguing with reality. The world is not obligated to meet your expectations. The more you resist what is, the more you suffer. Accept first, act second. 8. Do the work anyway. You won't always feel motivated. Do it tired, do it angry, do it when it feels unfair. The Stoics valued action over feelings. 9. Amor Fati. Love your fate. Nietzsche borrowed this from the Stoics. Don't just accept what happens, love it. Even tragedy can be turned to strength if you refuse to see yourself as a victim. 10. Control your tongue. Epictetus warned, be silent for the most part. Every word you speak has power over others and over yourself. Use them with precision. 11. Stop trying to be liked. The approval of others is outside your control. Chasing it makes you their slave. Act with integrity and let people think what they will. 12. Memento Mori. Remember death. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you could leave life right now. Most of what bothers you wouldn't matter if you really lived like you might die tonight. 13. Choose virtue over pleasure. The Stoics believed virtue, wisdom, justice, courage and discipline is the only true good. Pleasure fades, but virtue builds an unshakable life. 14. Own your emotions. Anger, envy, self-pity. They may rise in you, but you choose whether to feed them. Don't outsource responsibility for your inner state. 15. Learn to stand alone. The crowd is often wrong. Courage means holding your ground even when you stand against the mob. 16. Master your impulses. Every urge is a test. The gap between stimulus and response is where your freedom lives. 17. Don't exaggerate your pain. Pain hurts, But your story about pain hurts more. Cut the drama and see it as it is. No more, no less. 18. Seek discomfort on purpose. Cold showers, fasting, lifting heavy weight. Put yourself in voluntary trials so that involuntary ones feel lighter. 19. Live by principles, not moods. If you only do the right thing when you feel like it, you will fail when it matters most. Set your code and follow it regardless of your mood. 20. Stop wishing for easier problems. Wish for stronger shoulders. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. 21. Don't waste time on the trivial. Seneca warned that we are dying every day, and most of us spend that precious time on gossip, resentment, and distraction. Spend your life like it's gold. 22. Treat insults as training. When someone attacks you, it's a chance to practice patience and composure. The insult is theirs, don't make it yours. 23. Be a student of fate. Everything is a teacher. Success, failure, heartbreak. If you miss the lesson, you waste the pain. 24. Refuse to be owned by fear. Fear is the jailer of the mind. Face what terrifies you until it loses its grip. 25. Don't rush. Hurry is the enemy of reason. Act with speed when needed, but without panic. The Stoic is calm, even in crisis. 26. Learn from death. Attend a funeral. Walk through a graveyard. Not to be morbid, but to wake up to how brief this is. You're running out of time. 27. Build a strong body. The Stoics trained physically because a weak body can break a strong mind. Strengthen both. 28. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to resentment. Write down what you're grateful for daily. This is not soft advice, it's mental armor. 29. Live in the present. Regret lives in the past. Anxiety lives in the future. The Stoic lives now, because now is the only place you can act. 30. Never stop practicing. You won't be perfect. You will slip. That's fine. Start again. The work never ends, and that's what makes it worth doing. Here's the brutal truth. Life will not stop being difficult. You will not escape suffering, but you can become unbreakable. You can face loss, insult, failure, and not lose yourself in the process. That's what Stoicism is about. Not escaping life, but meeting it with courage and calm. Imagine standing in the middle of chaos and feeling an eerie stillness inside you. That's the goal. If we can master even a fraction of these lessons, the storms of life will still come. But we will stand through them like a rock against the tide. And maybe, just maybe, we'll inspire others to stand with us.